career high 20 rebounds for you. Can you just talk a little bit about, kind of this process for you and how you've grown even through like some tough times?
Just always being aggressive and pursuing the rebounds. I mean, talked about it with my PD coach, Chris Darnell, head coach, and Scott also, like, just boxing out, but most importantly, like crushing the boards. And I feel like I did a pretty good job on the defensive and offensive end this time, so it shows today, yeah.
Getting acclimated to the size and strength and physicality like up here is got to be something like for a young guy, like, and 20 rebounds is a big number. How has that been a big part of your growth, is just trying to get adjusted to that and beef up and get ready for all that?
Absolutely. Whether it is like, in the weight room or just conditioning, I feel like those are like the two main aspects of it. And then just being able to compete at a higher level, not give in when the game is not going your way, and keep fighting on, every aspect. And also, once again, that makes it show a little bit more.
Yeah, the games, haven't been going your way lately. Where's the level of like frustration in the locker room, with the guys right now after losing 13 in a row?
We're professional. You got to get on to the next one fast. Same thing with, when you have a shooting slump, you don't look behind you. You look forward and you look at your next shot. So our next shot will be against Utah in 2 days.
Okay. What's the messaging, I guess from Doug, as you guys kind of endure this?
Well, same thing as I just said, trying to finish the road trip. I mean, it's a short road trip, but at least go into the break with a win in Utah. I think that would get our spirit a little higher and, send us off in the right way.
How needed is you mentioned the All-Star break coming up. Like, how good is that going to be for you guys just to kind of get away and get a break?
I mean, I don't want to talk for everybody because I don't know how everybody's feeling about it, but I do believe, for me at least, it's a good break mentally, and at the same time, it's a good opportunity to take care of your body. I feel like we're like 50 games in almost. Being able to take care of your knees, your back, your ankles, your neck, your shoulder, everything. I think that's super important. So I feel like everybody will be doing that.
13 in a row now. That's a tough number. How are you feeling? How are the guys feeling back there? Where's like the level of frustration?
Obviously competitors, everybody is about as frustrated as you can be, but I would tell you the spirit. I was talking to BJ Armstrong today, the spirit in the shoot around. Like, if you walked in there, you would think that we were a playoff team. The way that guys are going about their business, they're highly professional. Attention to detail, like everybody's engaged and trying to fight for each other. Tonight, just an absolute tough one after getting off semi early, and obviously you can't turn the ball over 17 times and give up 29 points and give up 60 points in the paint, and then they shot the three ball really, really well, and we did not.
I saw DeMar throw the water bottle. I'm sure you noticed too. And I don't know what that, but just the frustration, and then you talk about the competitive like nature and spirit of these are proud guys. Like,
yeah.
You can almost understand and relate.
Totally. I went down and sat with him for a second just to talk to him, but his frustration is more about just, first of all, ending a skid, and also being so close to it could go either way in so many games. This is the first time in a minute that we've had this kind of result where weren't in a game, and that frustration paired with just always trying to play the right way, making sure that we're moving the basketball, getting into something, because once we get, I believe we're like second in ATOs or something like that, meaning that once we're organized, we execute pretty well. And, when we just getting out in flow and transition, we got to make sure that the spacing is correct, people are organized, and that was more, I believe, his frustration than anything. But he's good. Debo is a consummate professional.
And you mentioned that you've had some real competitive close games recently. Why do you think there was a step back tonight?
I mean, listen, if you shoot 4 for 31 from the three-point line and they shoot 16 for 39, that's going to be tough. And even with that, I mean, you got 12 more shots than they did. You just couldn't make a shot. And to their credit, they had 2 hot guys and a bunch of them made shots tonight. It just wasn't their hot guys. So, but if you're going to give up the three-point line and you're going to allow them to score points in the paint, it's going to be a long night.
Max, putting up 20 rebounds, that's a big number. He's a rookie. He's had to get acclimated to the size and the physicality of this game. Like, how good of a job has he done at that, and what has it taken for him to get to this point?
I think Max is starting to learn a little bit. I mean, the strength, the balance, the understanding center of gravity and angles and different things. That's going to be a process that he goes through. But I believe that he's learning that and understanding, like, he went through a little lull there where I believe he's in the scouting report now. So when he's rolling, they're pushing up on him and not letting him catch it in his sweet spot for his little push shot, understanding how to hit first and make sure you're boxing out. And sometimes it's not going to be that you get it. It makes sure that your guy doesn't get it. But he's learned quite a bit, and it's really nice to continue to watch the young players grow.
You got one more game before the All-Star break. I guess just looking ahead a little bit, how much needed is that time off going to be for you guys, and how do you expect to use it?
Yeah, time off, I think, for everybody is a good thing. But listen, there's times where you don't want time off and you want to get right back at it. And I think a lot of them, as much as they're going to love the time off, at the same time want to end the streak and get back at it, because as we wind the season down, we want to deliver a product that starts to take us into next season, and understanding style of play, understanding identity, the physicality on the defensive end, the ability to get out in the open court. But I want all of them to get a break, and physically, obviously, but the mental aspect of it, cleanse yourself there, come back, and let's take a stab at the remainder of the season and put up a record.